Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my survival series. I'm Boetic, and this is episode 2 of this series, and I've been doing some fishing, and I have decided that fishing is pretty overpowered right now because at this point I'm still very early in the game, but I've gotten all kinds of raw fish, as you would expect, some of the what they consider to be trash loot and all of that. But I've gotten, at this point, 7 saddles, a bunch of pretty good books. I've got a Silk Touch book with Efficiency 4. That's really good. I've gotten a Fortune 2, and so that's been nice. Got some name tags, come in handy a little bit later, and all kinds of fishing rods, as well as the one I've been using here that's got mending on it. And then I've gotten some bows that I can put together a really nice bow as soon as I have enough iron to get an anvil. So did a good bit of fishing here. The last episode we kind of wandered around, and I've got a little hut here. Let me go grab my horse. I didn't tie him up. Show you what else I've been up to. Kind of doing some of the grindy first of a new world things. Jump up here. I did find some dripstone. Another thing that I think is really overpowered for early game. If you can find some dripstone and start making your own dripstone this way, you can do lava. And I don't have enough iron for many buckets right now, but that's such a great fuel source that it's really extremely overpowered. If you haven't seen, I released a little video on making this quick and easy cobblestone farm that worked really well for me. Where'd my horse go? There he is. So those are a couple things I've been up to, and then I've spent a lot of time getting wood together, because at the end of this episode I want to have a new house, if not a couple of them. So we're going to take this little hut down and put together a couple other things. I've got a place where I'm building up a pretty good cache of birch. I've also been doing the same thing for, let's see, we've got a lot of birch here. We've got some cherry, we've got some spruce, we've got oak. So we've got lots of wood. We've got plenty of cobble, and even got down. I haven't done any real like strip mining or anything like that, but I did get down and get a little bit of cobble deep slate. I'm gonna need some more before building the roof of the house I want to build. Where's that zombie? It's got to be below me. So I've got a saddle on the horse I'm riding here. I put a saddle on this donkey, and that's real nice because you can put a chest on a donkey to get a bunch of extra storage. So that's been real nice. The other thing I've done, if we come over here, we'll come back to this in a minute, but if we come over here and we go to that village we found just over this hill, highly recommend finding a horse early game. It just makes life a lot easier. You don't have to jump up all those different blocks as we're coming over here. That was a huge pain up until I got those saddles. But I spent a little bit of time over here at the village, and I went ahead and created one of every reasonable what are they, job sites, the different things for the villagers. So I've got one of everything here because there was none in the entire village. And then I've got a composter there, I've got a composter up there, and I put another composter over there so we could start building up this village pretty well. And I played with the trades a little bit, not much. I did end up getting a Fortune 3 out of our where'd he go? Out of the librarian that we have there, which is really a great early game book to have, but I also don't have enough iron to make an anvil to put it on anything yet. And I made this area, I took the bell away from the little, I'll call it a fountain over there, and moved it over here so I could get a better view of all the villagers we had here. And then I also made the village a little safer. There were a few places where villagers were jumping to their deaths, so I put up some walls, filled in a couple sections through here, as well as made it a little easier, safer walk down here for them as well. And so we shouldn't lose any villagers now, but the village is pretty well safe. I've lit up everything around here. I don't think I've missed any places, but they're still bringing in quite a few iron golems around here, so that's a sign that they're still seeing some zombies or whatnot, but the iron golems are doing what they're supposed to. So yeah, that's been super nice. For being such a strange village without a single villager job in the entire thing, it's taken me a little bit of time to get that going. Let's see, what else did I find? I'm gonna come up here, and you saw that I have those 2 cherry trees right up by where our little hut is right now. There is an entire cherry forest biome not far from here. If I just go, I think it's just right. This gets a little tricky going through here. I still need to go through and fill in some of these places. But if we just go, I think it's just straight ahead this way. Oh, it's going to get dark. That's all right. We're on a horse. So this is spawn. I have died a couple times trying to get different things. If we just keep going this way a little bit. Oh. So this is where I came and got the spruce. But if we just keep going here, shouldn't be too much further. Let's go around that. We've got a whole cherry biome right there. So I went and grabbed one of those and brought it back. Those things drop. One cherry tree will drop 1,000 of the cherry blossoms for you to create more cherry trees. So let's try not to get hit by an arrow. All right, we'll head back. Still not real used to riding around on a horse, but this has been so much easier than trying to run through this all without having the horse, so I highly recommend it. Alright, we're getting close here. So, what I want to try to get done today, let's talk a little bit about that little box I have sitting over here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna run and sleep real quick, so we don't have anybody catch us by surprise. Alright, so I've mentioned it a couple times today already that I haven't done any branch mining, and one of the things that I'm really slacking with is iron. I've only found probably 30 or 40 pieces of iron going through lighting up some of the caves around here. So I grabbed 2 villagers from the village, brought them over, put them in this little box, and I can throw them food here. And on this side, I've got 4 beds, and between them, I've got 2 trapdoors. And so the babies, if you throw food at them, babies will come jump in there, and they go down to a water stream right here. So I don't have many, and I don't like the infinite breeders because having too many villagers around can really lag out a world. But here I've got 5 here. I'm going to use 3 of them to build a iron farm. I might do 6. Have 2 little sections of villagers to do the iron farm, but that way we can start getting some iron, because that's really one of the most hindering things I have right now is and I put a little lightning rod in just to make sure that they don't get struck by lightning if I'm out and it's a thunderstorm. That's really helpful because I've had entire groups of villagers turn into witches because of that. So we're gonna do a iron farm, a quick little early game iron farm, and then the other thing I want to do is I'm gonna build my first kind of starter house. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it, I was going to just knock down this house and put it here. But I'm thinking I might move it. I don't know where I'm going to put it quite yet. I kind of like the look of this mountain in the background, so maybe I'll put it up here. No, I think I am. I'm going to put it down here because ultimately I'm going to try to make it to where we're going to have a few of these little houses coming up, and we're going to come off the water here, have a little fishing hut or something like that, like a little dock maybe coming up right through here, and then there's going to be some houses on this side and a couple houses on this side, kind of gradually coming up into this area where there's going to be a few more houses a little closer together, kind of build a little town right here. All that winding into a little bit more of, I'll say, like a commercial area. I don't know, a little bit more packed area going up, and then maybe having like a more like grand house or castle or something like that up here maybe. I don't know, that's just kind of my first little thought. Ultimately I'd like to have a couple different sections on this world where we have different groups of people kind of building up a little bit of lore or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I am going to start off with the iron farm here, get that taken care of, and see if I can't build it in a way that makes it to where we can it doesn't look like an iron farm. Put some kind of building around it, that kind of thing. And then once that's done, I'll go straight into putting together kind of my first little house right around here somewhere. All right, so let's get started on that right now. Alright, well, that was a fun build. Let's take a look and see what I've done here. So, if I come down, we've got 2 different Iron Golem chambers here. One on each side. We've got 3 beds with villagers on them. We've got a bouncing zombie down there, and same thing on this side. Golems will spawn and go into the lava right there. The other thing I've done is I've got a little cutout here, so I can just come right down here and grab the iron from here. Eventually I'll build that out to where it's not quite as hard to get to each of them. We'll do some kind of storage system and all of that. But yeah, it's working well. I've already gotten enough iron out of it to put together iron armor. And the next thing I'm going to want to do, actually, let me jump down. Iron Golem hasn't spawned here in a little bit, so I need to... the server just restarted, so I'm going to block off the zombie there and make sure that those villagers are going to be able to sleep, so it's working like it needs to. Eventually this will be controlled with a little redstone piston, but for right now this is just a real easy way to handle it. Got a ladder right there. Whee! And then I should be able to come right here, and if I put this block right there, it will block the zombie from being able to mess with them. And now when it becomes nighttime, they'll go to sleep, and I'm going to let them sleep for the night, and then go down there and break those. I'll put there's already, you can't see it very well. Let me see if I can zoom. There's a lever right there. There's going to be a sticky piston on each side that's going to push those blocks down when I want to be able to turn off the farm. But that's it for right now. I was going to go ahead and do the house build. That's going to wait until the next episode. This one's I'm trying to keep these around 20 minutes each, and if I was to do the house episode, it would be 2 of these of the time lapses in one, and I'd like to try to not do that. So we're looking at that for the next episode. But as always, I really appreciate you watching, taking the time to check things out. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like this video, and if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe so you can get notified of more videos as we build out this new world. All right, have a great day, y'all.